I am being subpoenaed for 5 years of text messages between myself and the artist formerly known as Kanye West in a lawsuit which has been filed by a former employee of his named Trevor Phillips. And the specific words and or messages, and by the way, 5 years is a long window. It's a very long time. We learned this in the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively lawsuit, okay? Like, it's a wide net. And they're like, well, we need to see if you have any messages that are pertaining to or contain the following words. I am not kidding. This is the real email that Noah then forwarded to me after our conversation. It says, we received the attached document subpoena in the Trevor Phillips versus Yeezy, blah, blah, blah. They are looking for the following subjects in any communication from the last 5 years, okay? The Jewish religion or people, Jews, anti-Semitism, Black people, African Americans, Nazism, the N-word, and they're not clear on which word that is. There's a lot of N-words. Is it no? Is it nice? Is it near? I don't know what word they're talking about. Lawsuits filed against Yeezy LLC, the Donda Academy. Lawyers who have filed suit against Yeezy LLC, the Donda Academy. Hitler, the swastika emblem, the Holocaust, and or the slurs, BITCHs, hoes, and then the P word. P word, plural, too. So I call Noah, and I'm exasperated, okay? I say, what is this lawsuit about? Why am I being asked to do this task? This feels like a fishing expedition. And he tells me that there's this former employee of Kanye's who is a Black man who is suing Kanye for racism against Black people because he says that Kanye treated Black people worse than he treated the white people. I'm just telling you guys what I was told, okay? And also, as one component of this lawsuit, this former employee is alleging that Kanye also used a lot of anti-Jewish rhetoric in his presence. Still unclear of why I would be drafted into this lawsuit. I've never been an employee of Kanye, an employer of Kanye. And I just want to read you guys, just so you understand how not real my life is, I just want to read you guys directly from this filing, just a little portion of what's going on here, okay? This is what Trevor Phillips has lived through. And the challenge that I'm going to give you guys right now is nobody's allowed to laugh at this because this is a serious lawsuit that I'm being drafted into. This is what happened, according to Phillips. Phillips arrived to the exclusive and intimate Nobu Hotel in Malibu, California, around 9:40 p.m. The hotel staff greeted Phillips, asked him to wait in the lobby, and that Kanye was on his way. After about 20 minutes, Kanye appeared alone, wearing a black jacket and holding a black mask in his hand. It was the same outfit Kanye wore a day or two earlier during his interview with InfoWars conspiracist Alex Jones. The hotel staff escorted Phillips and Kanye to a small hotel room. Phillips, contemplating the strangeness of the circumstances, sat in a chair while Kanye opened the blinds out to the Pacific Ocean. Without a word said by either of them, Philip listened to the ocean waves while Kanye took his shoes off and sat on the bed. You're not going to believe what happens next. Suddenly, Ye grabbed the hotel phone and sternly told the operator, I asked you to put on Batman. Come put on Batman now. Phillips remained quiet and baffled. A few moments later, the Nobu hotel staff arrived and they put on The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz. Kanye lowered the volume to 0, and he and Phillips watched the movie in total silence. After a long and awkward silence, Kanye finally spoke again. Turning his attention back to Phillips, he began an unprovoked and bigoted rant attacking Jewish people, referencing the stereotype dating back to the Middle Ages that Jews are miserly, Kanye opined. These Jews are greedy. With sincerity, he professed, I hate Jewish people. Rather than recognizing or repenting for his public remarks, he shifted blame on his misfortune to others. He said, quote, Adidas did me wrong, end quote. Okay, so, no, some people in the comments are asking if this is an April Fool's joke. No, this is not April Fool's. This is the lawsuit, a piece of the lawsuit that I'm being drafted into. I was not in this hotel room. I did not watch the Batman. I did not watch him yell at the staff about the Batman. In fact, I have not even seen this Batman. I've never seen this Batman in my life. And I will say, small part of me thinks that making somebody watch a movie on silent and not saying a word is a little bit of a power move, a little bit of power move. But I had nothing to do with this. So I said, Noah, I'm tired. Please get me out of this. I'm tired. I'm fat. Everybody just needs to chill. Okay. And there has to be some legal argument that holds court that seems somewhat valid, some Latin term that we can use called quid pro Kanye. I feel like that's a plea that I could make, meaning yay. And I find it completely strange because the thing that Ye is known for, like the idea that you need to have access to 5 years of my text messages to know what Kanye West thinks is absurd. That is exactly what he's known for, constantly telling people what he thinks. He's the one person who actually can't just keep the thoughts in his head and he just says it. There's no decorum. He just says exactly what he thinks. You want to find out what he thinks about Jewish people? You can go to his Twitter feed. You want to find out what Kanye thinks? You can go to what he's wearing, okay? Have you guys ever, by the way, actually seen Kanye in a court hearing? I don't know if you've ever seen this before because his decorum does not change in the presence of a judge. It's just real footage of Kanye West at a deposition in which he decided he was just going to be on his phone. Take a listen.
I see that you're looking down at probably a device. Are you on your phone?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask as a ground rule that you not be on your phone during the exam. Can we agree to that?
Well, is that legally what it should be?
I'm not going to advise you as to the law. That's why your lawyers are here. But that is my ground rule for the deposition, consistent with California law, that you need to be present, focused on the examination and not on a device.
Due to my mental geniusness, in order to focus on this bullshit, I need to be on a phone.
It's real. This is all real. None of this is an April Fool's joke. So I just was like, whatever plea we have to make, as in, like, if you want to know what Kanye thinks, just ask him. Okay, you don't need anybody's messages. This is like, you're spending way too much money on this.